Hey guys, it's Steve from the Fat Life Project. Welcome back to my channel. If you're planning a trip to South Korea this year, well then this video is for you, as I'm going to be talking about some of the latest updates you need to know before you go, including but not limited to the new e-card arrival system, K-ETA updates, and more. Do note that this video serves as an update to my previous Korea travel guide videos that I would actually recommend you watch first if you haven't already, especially if you're heading to South Korea for the first time. I'm going to link those videos here and also in my description box. I will then link this video at the end of those videos so that you can then catch up. 괜찮나요? With that out of the way, let's get into it. So let's first talk about some of the changes in the entry requirements. Visitors will usually need to obtain a Korea Electronic Travel Authorization prior to their trip, which is basically an entry permit for travelers from visa-exempt countries who wish to visit Korea for short-term purposes, for reasons such as tourism, business, family visits, etc., etc. However, the following countries have been temporarily exempted from this requirement, originally at the beginning of 2025, but the Korean government has recently extended this till the 31st of December 2026. And so if you're from these countries, that's fantastic news, though do note that this is true at the time of the writing of this video. Travel requirements can change at any given time, and as such, I would recommend you double check before your trip. Speaking of entry requirements, South Korea has also introduced a brand new e-arrival card system, which will go live on the 24th of February 2025. Or I should say, went live on the 24th of February 2025, as this video will go up after that date. This will at long last replace the current method of filling in the paper-based arrival card, which you usually have to do during your flight or upon arrival at the airport. With the new e-arrival card system, you can actually pre-fill in and submit your card up to 3 days before your arrival via this link here, which I personally think is a much more convenient way of doing this. Not to mention that it's going to streamline the immigration process a lot more, and thus reducing wait times at entry points. The service is free of charge and will require you to upload a copy of your passport, trip details, flight, and your South Korea accommodation details. Upon submission and approval, you will receive a confirmation email, which includes a PDF file of your e-arrival card approval that you can use for entry purposes. You will still get the choice of filling in the physical arrival card or the digital arrival card right up to the 31st of December 2025, after which the paper form will be abolished. Do note as well that valid holders of the Korean Electronic Travel Authorization, registered residents of South Korea, and airline crew members are exempt from having to fill this in. Hey guys, Editing Steve here, jumping back in real quick because I posted about this e-arrival card system on my other socials, and there seems to be a lot of confusion between a K-ETA and an arrival card. Do you need just one or the other or both, or which one is it do you need? So to cut a very long story short, you can actually use the e-arrival card navigator, which is a feature on the e-arrival card website to determine if you need to submit an e-arrival card. So say for example, you are a resident. Select resident and voila, it'll tell you that you do not need to submit an arrival card. If you have a visa or need to get a visa, select that. If you have an approved K-ETA, select that, etc., etc. You get the point. Hope this helps. And I wish to preface this next one by saying that I love South Korea, but without fail, one of the things that I absolutely dread every single trip is this queue right here that leads to the departures at Incheon Airport. In fact, I'm not alone in this. I actually have posted about this on my Instagram and TikTok, and the comment section went ablaze with people sharing very similar sentiments, with quite a few stating that they spent hours in this queue and in some instances almost missing their flight. And so imagine my happiness when I found out that there is a way for you to skip this queue entirely and take a shorter, much faster moving queue. Enter the Incheon Smart Pass app that basically allows you to pre-register your details before your day of departure. The process is fairly straightforward, so I'm not going to walk you through that. But in summary, what you're going to need to do is to obviously download the Incheon Smart Pass app, which you can do at the Apple or Google Play stores. Upload your passport details, register using your passport, face scan, flight details, and you're good to go. Honestly, discovering this was such a lifesaver. Definitely download it and thank me later. If you're planning to explore South Korea, you're gonna need a transport card, and I have previously spoken extensively about the climate card. If you haven't seen those videos, I'm gonna again try to link it somewhere here and or in my description box, so you can go ahead and watch those for more details. But in summary, the climate card allows you to take unlimited rides on Seoul's public transportation network, including subways and buses, for durations of 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 30 days, offering an economical and convenient way to explore South Korea, with prices starting at just 5,000 won for the one-day pass. The card was new when I did those videos, so naturally there have been some updates since then. One of them is that you can now use the climate card to disembark at Incheon Station, Terminals 1 and 2, meaning that you can now use the climate card on the day of your departure from South Korea to get to the airport. However, you still can't use it to travel from Incheon Airport into the city. Don't ask me why, I'm just delivering the news. Also, as you can see here, by the way, the climate card has extended their service range, so it's definitely worth checking if the climate card now covers some of the routes that you will be using during your trip. It also wasn't super clear when it first came out, but the climate card can indeed be reused. So say, for example, you loaded up with a 7-day climate card pass at the machines, you can actually then go ahead and top it up again once the 7 days have lapsed with another climate card package. At the very same machines, by the way, that you use to top up your T-Money cards. But I'm almost willing to bet that some of you are watching this because you're planning to head to South Korea to watch the kickoff concert of BlackPink's world tour. Their first, by the way, after a 2-year hiatus. The tour is set to commence on the 5th of July 2025 at the Goyang Stadium in South Korea, before it moves to multiple locations across Asia, North America, and Europe. Tickets will be available from the 27th of February 2025. However, I wouldn't be too surprised if they are already sold out by this stage. In other news, Korea Air has also just been voted as the world's best airline, scoring top points across all categories at the 2025 World's Best Airline Awards, beating out common favorites such as Singapore Airlines. The awards are given based on feedback from travelers, editor reviews, overall product choice and consistency in passenger service, innovation, and forward fleet orders. Because of this, expect them to launch promotion and sales to optimize on the attention and thus foot traffic garnered from this. In fact, they've only just wrapped up their 2025 early bird New Year sale, and so I would recommend signing up for their newsletter so that you can be notified the moment any new promotions or sales go on. If you are indeed planning a trip to South Korea, I highly recommend watching my first timer travel guide videos that contains all the lessons that I learned before whilst researching for my trip, and also some lessons that I unfortunately learned the hard way whilst I was there. Highly recommend watching those so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did when I first went. I'm gonna link those videos at the end of this video so that you can go ahead and watch those next. I've also got plenty of content in my South Korea playlist that you might find helpful, so definitely check that out as well. I'm gonna link that in my description box and also at the end of this video. I do hope you found value in this video. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good things that you know are gonna appease those YouTube algorithm gods, but much more importantly, it will just mean a lot to me as a content creator. Specifically, if you have a comment or feedback for me, don't forget to drop me a comment in the comment section, as I do love hearing from you. And if you did get to this point of the video, 50 points to Gryffindor for you, but also thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, I hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, or that you've already had a good day. I will see you very soon in the next video. Ciao! Okay, so this is the clam soup, right?
Yeah, so we call Konghapang in Korean.
Konghapang.
Yeah.